What's up guys, it is Raff and welcome back to another video. This week we're going to be learning another easy card trick that anybody can do, and once you learn this trick you will be able to score yourself free drinks, lunch at school, or even some money off your friends. Now, do this at your own risk. I am not liable for anything that happens to you while performing this trick. Just be smart with it. Don't, take money off a mean looking person or else you'll get beat up or even worse. If you guys are new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the bell icon because it really does help the channel out. Last week we did a magic kit review. We looked at a FAO Schwartz magic kit. It was an awesome magic kit. It was for ages 8+. If you guys haven't seen that video yet, I will link it up above and put it down in the description below, so go check it out. Now let's jump into a performance of the card trick. Hand out the deck of cards to be shuffled, and your spectator can shuffle as much as they'd like. That's the beauty of this trick. A lot of card tricks, you can't have the card shuffled before the trick starts. That's why this one is so cool. So once they're done shuffling, they hand it back. You spread out the cards, you have them pick a card out, lock this card into your brain. Do not forget what it is. We can bury the card in the middle of the deck, boom, and you can give the cards a couple cuts. Make sure the deck is completely mixed up. Have them cut the cards a couple times. Make sure they think the cards are mixed up, which they really are. They cut the cards to complete the cut. Let's do one more cut. Boom. They hand the cards back to you after cutting them, and I need to let you know something. I watch a lot of CSI shows, and I can tell you something right now. After watching all those shows, I have a feeling that I can actually feel fingerprints on the back of the cards. I know for a fact I can find the card that I picked because I can feel my own fingerprints. Here we go. That's not it. That's not it. That one's definitely not it. Not it. Nope. Come on, come on. It's gotta be here somewhere. Come on, baby. Where is it? Nope. It's hard. Some of these things are very difficult. Alright, I think I got it. How much do you want to bet that the next card I turn over is going to be your card? That would be pretty cool, right? You want to bet me a drink? Alright, we're on. Here we go on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. And ladies and gentlemen, that's how you score yourself a free drink. Now let's get into the tutorial for that awesome card trick. You only need to know one thing in order to perform this card trick, and that is the bottom card of the deck. That's it. That's the only thing you have to memorize in order to amaze the people you perform this for. Now, how do you get a peek at the bottom card without the spectators knowing? Well, hand them the deck of cards, have them shuffle it up. Please have them shuffle the deck of cards because that's what makes this trick so amazing. So they shuffle the cards as much as they want. They do the riffle shuffle. Whatever type of shuffle they do, they will do. They'll cut the cards. Boom. They hand you back the deck. How do we look at the bottom card? Because we definitely don't want to do this and then begin the trick. We have to be a little bit more discreet about it. So how do we do that? There's a couple different ways. One way I like to do it is I'll hold the cards. I hold the cards in my right hand. A lot of magicians hold the cards in their left hand. So I'll hold the cards in my right hand, and as I'm talking to them, I'll just kind of run my finger like this, make some noise, and then I'll grab the deck with my other hand, flip up, see it's the 6 of hearts, and grab the deck again. So in fast motion, this is what it's going to look like. They shuffle the cards, they hand it back to me, I'm talking to them, and now I know it's the 7 of hearts. So now I know the bottom card is the 7 of hearts. Again, and at full speed, they shuffle the cards, I get the cards back, I'm talking with them, I'm kind of making some noise with the deck. Now I know it's the King of Clubs. So that's one way of doing it. Another way of doing it, if you don't feel comfortable with that one, is they shuffle up the cards, they hand them back to you, and while you're talking, you can kind of just turn your hands around like you're resting and take a look at the bottom card. So now I know it's the 2 of clubs. And you just turn the cards back over and proceed with the trick. So again, shuffle the cards, we'll do this one at full speed. They shuffle the cards, they hand it back to you as you're talking to them, yada yada yada. Flip over the deck, now I know it's the 9 of clubs. So, now that we know the bottom card is the 9 of clubs, have your spectator pick any card they want out of the middle of the deck. It really doesn't matter, they have a free choice. So let's say they pick this one, which is the, no, we're gonna go with a different one, that's the 10 of clubs. We are going to pick another one. This one, no, that's the 2 of clubs. Let's go with like a red card if we can get one. They pick the Queen of Hearts. Let's say they pick the Queen of Hearts. Now we have the 9 of clubs at the bottom of the deck. They pick the Queen of Hearts. As they're looking at it, you're just gonna cut a little packet onto the table. You're gonna have them put their card on top of that packet, and then you're gonna take the other packet, which has our 9 of clubs here, on top of that. And that bottom card is what we magicians call a key card. So the 9 of clubs is our key card. So what we have right now is a bunch of random cards on top, and then we get to our 9 of clubs, which is our key card, and right below the 9 of clubs is the spectator's card, which is the Queen of Hearts. So that's where we're at, and here's the coolest part. You can hand them the deck of cards. They can't fully riffle shuffle it, but they can give the cards a couple cuts. And a lot of people think that this is actually mixing up the deck, when in reality it's not. They can cut the cards as many times as they like, only if they do a cut and complete the cut. They can't cut a bunch of different cards out and then put all the piles back together. It's only a cut and complete the cut. And they can't do a riffle shuffle. They can only do a cut and then complete the cut. So once they're done cutting all the cards, then you kind of go into the CSI stuff if that's what you'd like to do. I think it's fun. I do it very sarcastically because obviously, you can't feel fingerprints on cards and people know that. But as long as you're just having fun with it and being goofy, that's really all that matters. And you kind of feel the cards, and the only thing that you're doing when you're going through here is you're looking for the 9 of clubs, or whatever key card you have. This is the 9 of spades. So we're just gonna keep going through until we get to the 9 of clubs. It might take a little bit. The first time that I was going through this trick, I went all the way to the bottom, and it was like the key card was like the second to last card, and I had to like redo the trick on camera here for this video. So that was a lot of fun. So we'll go through until we get to the 9 of clubs. There we go. So we're here at the 9 of clubs. So once you see your key card, you know for a fact that the next card is going to be their card. Now, a lot of people, you could just end it and be like, how much do you want to bet the next card I turn over is going to be your card? And they might agree to it, but what makes this so much better is you feel it. This is what I love. So you get to your key card. You know the next card is their card. What I love to do, you can kind of see that the cards are all kind of bunched up right here right now. What I like to do is when I get to the card that's actually theirs, I'll flip it over and I'll like what we call out jog it here. So now I will keep going through the deck as if I don't know where their card is yet, that I'm not there yet. And they can still see the Queen of Hearts, the one that they picked out front, and I'm still going, and then I get to a card and I'm ready to stop. And I pull this card off to the side and I say, how much do you want to bet that the next card I turn over is gonna be your card? And this is what's so beautiful, because they know in their mind that you messed up the trick. And this is the best part, because then they're like, yeah, I'll bet you a drink, I'll bet you lunch, whatever, because they know you messed up. But you didn't, because you know right here, this is their card. And the wording of this is very important, because you don't want to say, how much do you want to bet that this card I turn over is going to be your card? Because then they think you're talking about this one. You want to be very careful with your wording of this. You want to say, how much do you want to bet that the next card I turn over is going to be your card? That's the wording for this. So once they agree to give you a drink or lunch or whatever, you go, okay, here we go, on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. And after you say 3, you take this card, just plop it back onto this pile over here. You come out to where their card is, you grab it, flip it over. Boom, you just scored yourself a free drink, baby. So that was one way of using the key card principle, and I want to show you guys another way of using that, which I've used in the past and is really fun to do. I wanted to bring you guys in closer so I could show you another way that you can use the key card principle. So again, we're going to remember the bottom card, which is the 8 of diamonds. Your spectator chooses any card they want, which in this case is the King of clubs. So you cut the cards, have them put the King of clubs or their card back on top, and then you take the packet with our 8 of diamonds key card and put it on top of that. So we have the 8 of diamonds on top of the King of clubs. You let your spectator cut the cards a couple times to mix them up. And we spread the cards this time on the table. And what we're looking for is our key card, which is the 8 of diamonds, and it is down this way. So we know that right above the 8 of diamonds is their selected card, the King of Clubs. And here's a really fun way to reveal it. So you spread out all the cards so you can see all the numbers, and we know that the King of Clubs is their selected card. So you have your spectator put out their finger like this with their arm, and you can grab their wrist and move their wrist over the cards like this with their finger extended. And you could say that you're feeling their pulse and that you're gonna find their card using their pulse. And as they get closer to this, which is their card, the King of Clubs, you can lower their finger onto the King of Clubs and push it out, saying, that's the card, the King of Clubs. It's another really fun way, another really fun presentation you can use. You can talk about, like I said, you're feeling their pulse, and you could say as you're, getting closer to their card, their pulse starts, getting more intense or whatever. It's just another fun way to wrap up the key card principle. So there you have it, 2 different ways you can use the key card principle. One way by scoring free drinks, lunches, and money off your friends. And the other way, using some pseudoscience mumbo jumbo by talking about, by feeling your wrist, I can figure out what card you picked because your pulse is going a lot more crazy and yada 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 blah 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 quack stuff. But yeah, there you go. 2 different ways you can use the key card principle. I hope you guys learned something from this video. And if you guys have any other ways that you use the key card principle, let me know in the comments. Thank you guys so much for all the love and support on all my videos. It really does mean the world to me. And like I said, if you guys aren't subscribed yet, please do so because it really does help the channel out. Alright, see you guys in the next video. Peace.